Hey everyone, it is Becca. It has been a while since I've done a little tidbit with Becca video, so I thought, why not get back to it? I recently wrote a blog post and I kind of reflected a bit on my 2021 word of the year, which was reach, and where I was successful with it, where I wasn't successful with it, because let's face it, we're never always successful. And I took a lot of what I learned the last couple of years and I really use that in choosing my word for this year. And when I pick a word, I try to have it go into multiple facets of my life, right? I know a lot of times when I talk to people, they give me their health and fitness goals because I'm like a health and fitness person, so that's what it revolves around for them. But to me, finish, it's not just health and fitness. It's all the things. So health and fitness is one, and finishing something before I start something new. So for January, I am doing my 30-day yoga with Adriene challenge because I do it every January, and I'm going to finish it before I decide what I'm going to do for February. Part of what I've ran into the last couple of years is I plan to do something big, long term, and the COVID world has had other ideas, and it has interrupted what I was supposed to do. The year that I was supposed to do this big dance tour show, there was no shows. And last year, because we hadn't danced in so long, I was gonna do all this running, and then they were like, no, wait, we want you to dance here and here and here. And I was like, oh, I can't do both. So I've decided to set smaller goals. I know that even though I haven't had dance rehearsals since November, the end of November, we're gonna be picking it back up again soon. Even though shows are up in the air, we're still gonna get back to rehearsals. So I wanna see what that looks like before I say, okay, this is what I'm going to do for the next 6 months. I'm going to pick things on a case-by-case basis. We decided to do Whole30 this month, and we're just gonna see how it goes before we decide where to go from there. What's gonna stick with that? What are we gonna change about that? I already largely know a lot of foods that I should avoid, but to some extent that changes often, and maybe there's things that I can eat more now that I used to not be able to. If you've been around for a while, you know that one of the foods I can't eat is lettuce. And it breaks my little heart because I love salad. I love it. And it's not even because it's healthy. I just love it. I'm gonna knock the whole camera over, guys. It's not even because it's healthy, it's just because I love it. And house. I've got lots of goals for the house. So I feel like a lot of times we do these little decluttering projects around the house. I don't know, maybe you do this too in your house. I do a little bit, and then next thing I know, that same area is all built back up again. So my goal this year is to finish the project, right? Grace, we started in October, where she was like, I wanna get rid of a dresser. I want more room I want more space in my room. And we just didn't finish it. We had an empty dresser in there for weeks before we took it out and made sure that we really had room for everything that needed to be in there. So that was the thing, we finished it. I did Jack's room and we finished it. We just did the basement and we finished it. And that doesn't mean I can't start another little project here or there. One day I went back through the front hall closet, even though we weren't done with the basement yet. But part of that was because I needed the kids to go through the basement. And sometimes it's time too, right? You can go through this drawer real quick, but you don't have time to do that whole project. But my whole goal is to finish a project and then move on. Oftentimes I'm all over the place, right? And I'm focus back, focus and finish. So that's really where I'm at. I'm gonna be finishing things before I start new things. I would love to hear what your goals are, what you think of my word, what your word is, what your goals are. If you do a word of the year, do you fit in your goals around it like I'm doing this year? I'd love to hear from you guys. Drop me a comment, send me a message. and I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.